Hi, I'm Tom Spoors, and I think Monster Hunter is a really neat film.
Hi, I'm Aaron Murray, and I think Citizen Kane is mid.
We are not reviewers, and we have no idea what we're talking about, but today we watched 6 of the worst Christmas films you will ever find, and we're going to talk about them in probably too much detail.
Merry Christmas.
So how we did this, we both chose 3 Christmas films each.
Yes.
We watched them.
Yes.
And we're going to try and recount the Christmas films we watched to each other. And
Yes.
all of them. And I think we should really try and sell them to each other. Like, make it like a fucking, like, persuasive speech.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, which is going to be hard.
Oh, I don't know about you. I got some bangers.
I got bangers in the sense of they make me want to put a bullet in my head. That's a real fucking banger.
Who wants to go first then? Who wants to...
You take
Me
it
go
away.
first? Okay.
Yeah, you take it away.
So, we're going in order that we watched them.
Yes.
The first one I watched was... I watched Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever, which is a 2014 film. So, I want you just to guess for me who voices Grumpy Cat.
I know this. I'm pretty sure. Is it Aubrey Plaza?
It
It
is.
fucking is, isn't it?
I'm gonna be honest. I did I didn't expect that, so I just put it on. I thought this was a fake film. 'Cause it's the kind of film you'd expect to see in like a Simpsons episode.
Yeah, like a fake.
Exactly. And so I put it on, and I suddenly just hear Aubrey Plaza's voice talking to me, and I'm like, what the? Did I just fucking put on the wrong film? And then I looked it up, and it's like, no. And like she does like fourth wall breaks where she's like, hi, I'm Aubrey Plaza, and I'm playing Grumpy Cat, and I'm like, what the fuck is this film?
Why?
Okay. So, sorry, I need a second. So basically, this film,
Yes.
it's the Deadpool of Christmas movies. Just take a moment to take that sentence in.
The Deadpool of Christmas movies.
It's the Deadpool of Christmas movies because for some reason Grumpy Cat's whole shtick is that they're like constantly breaking the fourth wall and like speaking to the audience.
Yes.
And they're like being like super like they like Deadpool basically uses every opportunity to shit on like its own script as an excuse for its terrible writing.
Yeah.
So Grumpy Cat does that too.
Okay.
So it'll be like have this really like okay, I'll get into the plot because the plot. It'll like just do something really stupid and Grumpy Cat will be like, well, that was really stupid.
Well, that was weird. That was zany.
And it's fucking, for some reason, the way they decide to convey Grumpy Cat talking to the audience is not by having, because obviously they use the actual Grumpy Cat. They can't have the actual Grumpy Cat turn and start opening its mouth.
Okay.
So they just get a fucking PNG of Grumpy Cat and just make it just waddle around this.
Oh my god.
Just moving around the screen while like Aubrey Plaza narrates, and they'll do like cutaway gags like fucking Family Guy. And you know what? Some of them are actually really funny.
No, they're not. You're lying.
I laughed. I don't know how many times. I laughed at least once at Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever.
I think Tom's lost his film privileges now. I think like that's just it's done.
It's not the worst thing ever. It's close. The fucking plot is that there's this girl who has no friends, obviously.
Okay.
She's very uncool. She wants to like study and shit, and so all the popular girls hate her. And she meets this random mall Santa.
Okay.
Who's like, fucking throw this coin into a fountain and make a wish or some shit. Lol. And so she wishes for a friend. And then the mall Santa obviously disappears because obviously he was like a genie or some shit.
Okay.
And it turns out that the wish, it gives her the power to understand Grumpy Cat.
So a friend is not a human. It's not, she was like, oh, I wish I had a new human friend. I've got a cat.
I think it's meant to be like a monkey's paw situation where like she didn't make her wish specific enough. No, it's just fucking Grumpy Cat. And so it's like it's them learning to love each other and Grumpy Cat learning to have a heart. And I'm gonna be honest, this movie's really shit.
Doesn't that... Hang on. Grumpy Cat finds it hard. Doesn't that kind of just go against the whole purpose of Grumpy Cat? Isn't it like... Grumpy Cat's meant to be grumpy?
Yeah.
If you take away the Grumpy Cat... You can't have a happy cat. That's shit.
It's just fucking cat by the end.
Like, cat... just cat. Cat's... What is it? Cat's worst Christmas ever.
Literally, but it's like the fucking... And then it's like... Obviously, it becomes Paul Blart.
Is Paul Blart... Is Grumpy Cat... You know, the mall cop.
It makes Paul Blart references for some reason.
References to Paul Blart.
Yeah. So the plot then becomes they introduce a bunch of random characters, and it's like, oh, there'll be these guys. These are the main characters of the film. Obviously, you have these two bank robbers. Not bank robbers. They're like robbers, I guess. They rob. They try and rob, and what they're trying to rob is obviously a dog. That's apparently worth $1 million.
A dog that's worth $1 million.
It's a fucking cool dog.
Okay. Does it wear like sunglasses? Does it like surf?
You know, I thought it was weird when it went into a musical number. So it's just this fucking dog, and it's like, okay, they just sell it for $1 million or whatever. That's fine. And also the girl, I forgot to mention, the girl who becomes friends with Grumpy Cat. She works at that pet store that's selling Grumpy Cat.
They're selling Grumpy Cat.
They're selling Grumpy Cat.
Why? They're like the previous owner go like, this cat's too grumpy. I can't live with it.
Yeah.
It's got like
that is literally the fucking plot.
The previous owner's got like severe depression and is like literally like about to hang himself, and then he sees Grumpy Cat and goes, you know what? That's the reason why I'm fucking depressed. It's a fucking cat. It's staring at me with a frown on its face.
They just fucking sell him, and it's just like Grumpy Cat. She's just chilling or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also another character who's like this police officer in the security guard of the mall or whatever.
A cab, yeah.
And he's just like vibing or whatever. And I'm like, I introduced him and I was like, what's the fucking point of this then? They're just having a random security guard character. No, he's important. He's very important.
Grumpy Cat respects the thin blue line. Okay. Blue Lives Matter, Grumpy Cat 2021. Is Grumpy Cat still alive?
I don't know.
I'm going to look this up right now. I'm going to look it up right now, live on the air.
I'm devastated if Grumpy Cat's not alive anymore.
Surely. Okay, we need to see this. You can carry on.
Is it?
Keep
I'm not on like the edge of my seat. Is Grumpy Cat still alive? I will be really. I will start crying if Grumpy Cat.
Tom.
Right?
Oh, Tom, I'm so sorry.
No, what?
He's still alive.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Ah!
Grumpy Cat. Oh, Grumpy Cat's a she. Okay.
The fact that they were voiced by Aubrey Plaza, not give that away.
I don't know. Grumpy Cat died, age 7, on May 14th, 2019.
So we've had like 2 years. No wonder the world's gone to shit.
That's what it is.
Grumpy Cat died, and suddenly
Grumpy Cat died, and then less than a year like after that, like the pandemic happened.
Exactly.
It's
Grumpy Cat was the gatekeeper of the pandemic.
Grumpy Cat died and was like, when I die, the world will fall apart. I'm keeping this world. I am the piece of rope
exactly.
keeping this planet together.
Exactly. And like, so in the film, like fucking, there's the security guard or whatever, and like the robbers decide we're gonna steal this $1 million worth dog or whatever. And you're like, cool, great idea, lads.
Okay.
And it just turns out that at the same time the girls started understanding Grumpy Cat's thoughts, and Grumpy Cat, like, or something, they added like a telepathic link or something, and so the Grumpy Cat starts speaking to the girl telepathically. It's like, come, leave the birthday party you're at and come visit me. And so the girl does that, and she happens to do that at the same time the robbers are stealing the dog. And so she sees the robber stealing the dog, and it's like, okay, she's gonna track him down, or whatever. Cool. And her and Grumpy Cat obviously go on a mission to try and save the dog or whatever.
Okay.
But then it turns out the security guard is actually like the head honcho criminal for some reason.
Okay.
But they also make sure to go to this really like extreme to basically just lie to the audience, where they have the robbers tie up the security guard, but they do it in the security guard's room when no one else can get into. So no one can see the fact he's tied up.
Okay.
So they make this a vital part of their plan.
Okay.
And then that's what ends up destroying everything, because the girl finds that I don't know how the fuck she manages it. Like, I'm gonna be honest. There are parts of this film that I just kind of blacked out in. Because it's fucking Grumpy Cat.
I blacked out during Grumpy Cat and Worst Christmas Ever.
Exactly, so like, I don't know how the
t-shirt.
fuck she managed to like somehow untie the security guard or whatever, but she did it, and then that led to the downfall of the plan or whatever. She shoots paintballs at the robbers. At one point, Jenny, I remember tuning out completely and being like, this is fucking Grumpy Cat. Okay, my mind is going. I'm experiencing dementia. And then I look back up at the screen and suddenly Grumpy Cat's driving a car.
Driving a car?
Just driving a car.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how that happened.
So, what? Okay, I'm just trying to make sense of it. So, all of a sudden it just cuts to Grumpy Cat just driving a car.
I'm sure there's like a logical reason. I can't exactly remember the reason, but Grumpy Cat's just kind of driving a car, and I wish I had more to. I wish I could like expand on that detail.
I wish I could explain it, but I guess it's like, you know, an unsolved mystery.
Literally, like, just behind the wheel, just driving a car. It's Grumpy Cat.
I mean, how was the driving?
To be fair, it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad.
I was quite proud of Grumpy Cat. I think she did a really good job. But you know what? Like, at the end of the day, I finished this film and I was like, this isn't the worst thing ever. At the very least, I have things to say about Grumpy Cat. Like, this film, it definitely wasn't a waste of time.
You saying that Grumpy Cat's not a waste of time scares me greatly.
The other two films definitely were not as good as Grumpy Cat. It was the best out of the three I watched.
So you start okay. Well, that's interesting because you're starting at the best.
Yeah.
I'm starting at the worst.
Oh god.
I'm saving. You know, I guess I'm saving the best for last.
Okay.
In a good way.
Okay.
So
I'm intrigued. What was the first film you watched?
Oh, all right then. Okay.
He's pulling out his fucking notes. This man is putting me to shame.
I wrote notes. I'm a reviewer. Wait. No. Okay. No, I'm not a reviewer. But for these purposes, yeah, I got some fat fucking notes.
I have nothing. I watched Grumpy Cat and I was like, this film barely makes sense. And I was like, I'll just tell Aaron everything that happened. And that.
Okay. Get ready for this.
Okay.
This is fucking nuts.
My arse is clenched.
So the first film I watched
was
Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny. Released in, I believe, 1972.
Is it a Rankin Bass film?
No. Is it? I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, is it like stop motion animated?
No.
Oh.
It is not. It is live action.
Oh no.
So the film begins in Santa's workshop.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of elves.
Yeah.
Looks more like a sweatshop than Santa's workshop. There's just, and like they're there and stuff, and then Santa's off. It's Christmas Day. He's doing his thing. Santa gets stuck on a Florida beach.
Wait.
Okay, yeah, go on.
How?
I don't know. Okay, so Santa ends up on a beach.
Okay.
I believe there's sleighs in sand or something, and
sure.
And he's like, oh, how could this happen on Christmas? Actually, I'm actually doing this too good. Basically, the audio in this film is fucking awful. It is awful. You can't hear a word anyone's saying because it's so muffled like this, and for about 5 minutes you watch Santa go, it's really his episode. Oh no! How could this happen on Christmas? And it sounds like you can't hear a word that and so I'm trying to figure out why. He's just on this beach. He's just on this beach, right? This happens. He goes, "Oh, woe is me." He keeps saying that to himself, and the audio is really bad. That it sounds creepy. It sounds horrifying. He's like, "Oh, whoa!" It sounds like the whole film is like I'm watching something that I'm not meant to see. It's like 10 seconds away. The whole film feels like it's 10 seconds away from becoming a snuff film. The way the audio, the fucking camera quality, and all that. The whole it feels like I'm watching a film that's been made by a fucking serial killer. Fucking, like, I don't know, John Wayne Gacy just decides one day I'm going to make a film about Santa.
Fucking hell.
So, that happened. He's stuck on a beach in Florida.
Yeah.
And then, you know...
Obviously.
Yeah, as you do. And then a bunch of kids, you know, find him and go, like, it's Santa! Like, why are you on a beach in Florida? And he's like, oh, I'm stuck! Help me, children! And the kids try to help. They bring animals in to try and, like, you know, like, help ride the sleigh. These animals did not want to be there. Like, they're basically shoving this, like, one of these kids has got, like, a fucking horse or something. and she's, like, trying, like, all of her power to, like, get this horse to cooperate, but it fucking won't.
In fucking Florida. In a beach.
Yeah. Right. All of these animals probably died from heat exhaustion. Like, all of them probably died from fucking heat strokes. Something like that.
Holy shit.
They're trying, like, these kids are, like, trying really hard to get, like, all of these fucking, like, you know, these animals to cooperate.
Okay.
He won't. And Santa's like, oh, like, it's hopeless. Like, and, like, he's still waving his coat.
Sure, yeah.
He's still doing all that. But he's going, like, oh, I'm so warm. Oh. I don't know why he doesn't take the fucking thing off. Like, he does near the end, which, yeah. One of the notes I also made is that it's like watching a Christmas movie by Harmony Korine. I feel like it feels like I'm watching Gummo, where it's just like, yeah, honestly, it feels like I'm watching Gummo, which is just this really fucked up, just not nice film at all.
Yeah.
I'm just watching that, so yeah. Oh yeah. How did I forget to fucking mention? One of the animals we bring out is a fucking gorilla.
What? Wait.
There's a gorilla. A gorilla just shows up. Not a real gorilla, mind you. They couldn't get that on the budget. A fake gorilla is
How is it fake? Is it just fucking someone in a costume?
Yeah, it's just someone in a gorilla costume.
Is it like a really obvious gorilla?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's the guy in a costume, and like I don't know why they're there. And then the gorilla leaves.
Yeah.
Don't hear from them again. This is where it gets nuts.
Okay.
Even more nuts.
That's terrifying.
Is eventually it gets to a point where Santa's not really that arsed about being on this beach anymore. Goes, gather round, children, gather round. I want to tell you a story. It's like
Okay.
And he tells the story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
What? Okay.
The film then cuts away. Now this is all in the first 20 minutes, right? This film's 70 minutes.
Okay.
So let's say there's about 50 minutes of this film left, give or take. 40 minutes of this film is telling the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. It cuts to a completely different film. Like, I mean a different film of Jack and the Beanstalk with different actors and different things, and it cuts to that for 40 minutes and then comes back for the last 10 of this Santa film. So for 40 minutes, it tells this story. So, like, it just tells Jack and the Beanstalk, that, you know, goes through the whole motions, you know, there's a dodgy guy who sells the beans and does all that. And, like, that's the thing, I can't really comment on the Jack and the Beanstalk part because it's shit, but it is just Jack and the Beanstalk. Like, it's just a retelling of that story. Apparently, the version I watched is 70 minutes. There's a 95-minute long, like, version.
Fucking Snyder cut.
Yeah. Right. And this, like, now this one is real, like, it's the same idea. Like, the Santa stuff is still exactly the same, but it cuts to a different film. And I believe, and I'm trying to look this up now because I need to, like, kind of know, like.
Wait. I have one question. Why the fuck's the ice cream bunny?
I'm gonna get to that.
Oh, so it is actually like a thing. Okay.
It is a thing.
I thought it was just be a fucking catfish.
Believe me, it's a thing. So the guy, so Wikipedia, according to Wikipedia.
Sure.
Different prints feature one of two films within a film. So there's Thumbelina, which is another fairy tale.
Yeah.
And the other one is Jack and the Beanstalk.
Okay.
So the Jack and the Beanstalk one is 70 minutes, and the other one is 95. and I know this because this film's available on YouTube. If anyone wants to watch this film, don't, but it's on YouTube. It is on YouTube. It... Like, it's so hard to talk about because it's so fucking, like... It's so deranged. Like, how, like, egregious it is.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But, because it literally is just... It's just Jack and the Beanstalk. It's just a retelling of that film. And, like... So, it tells it. Does it, and then it ends.
Okay.
Okay? The Jack and the Beanstalk thing ends, and it goes back to Santa.
Okay.
Santa's still struggling. He finally takes off his coat. Does all of that. I think what's even worse as well, and something I forgot to mention, that like Santa talks a lot, but you don't see his mouth move. So I'm pretty sure they dubbed his audio, probably in post, because he does a lot of like goes like, but it goes like, oh, like children, I'm so warm, and I'm feeling like I'm going to die, and like, and it's like. But you don't see his mouth move. It's obviously a guy in a Santa suit.
Yeah,
like a really cheap one as well. I'm like... So, you asked before about the ice cream bunny.
Yes.
The ice cream bunny shows up.
Wait. Is this a bunny? What is this?
It's a bunny.
Yeah.
In an ice cream van. Truck thing. Whatever.
Okay, that's better than I could have imagined. That's so much better than I could have imagined.
The kids find the bunny. And the bunny's like, come on, children. And they get in. And for about 5 minutes, we just watch this bunny drive this car with a bunch of kids while ice cream music plays. It looks like Silent Hill. Genuinely, it looks like Silent Hill. The music is horrifying. The suit is terrifying. The suit is that, like, it's just that for about 5 minutes. The bunny eventually comes. Santa's like, oh, like, my friend. And then, like, within, like, a minute, like, it's fine. The bunny helps. And it says, like, okay, off I go. And, like, you know, you'd think it would ride away. It doesn't. It's just a cut. Like, Santa's there, and then it just goes... Boop. Santa's gone, and the kid's like, where did he go? And then it just ends. There's no credits either.
There's no...
It just cuts, and then like I was watching on YouTube, it just cut, and then it showed me recommendations for other videos. And I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? That was 70 minutes.
That's fucking insane.
I was speechless by the end of it. I was writing notes pretty consistently, and then I stopped for a while during the Jack and the Beanstalk stuff because I was so floored that I wasn't able to, like, you know, pick up my phone and write notes.
Yeah.
It was awful.
What the...
It was awful.
Oh my... Just a fucking So essentially it's just a Jack and the Beanstalk movie.
Yes.
It's like it sounds like a fucking Simpsons Treehouse of Horror special.
Yeah, it's essentially that. Yeah, it's essentially a Jack and the Beanstalk film, but they shoved Santa into it. But like, if I remember right as well, like they also filmed it in a theme park in Florida that doesn't exist anymore, as well. Which is like, well, of course. I just googled Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny.
Okay.
And you can buy on Redbubble a T-shirt.
Okay.
Of Santa Claus. It's the poster of the film.
Oh, fucking...
You can buy that on Redbubble right now. This is not an advertisement. I've just seen this right now.
Yeah.
So if you guys would like to buy a T-shirt of Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny, go right ahead.
It's not an advertisement, but you should buy it.
Yeah. Well.
You should absolutely... I mean, that sounds amazing.
Like, it'd be a nice Christmas present. Like, this is the bunny.
What the fuck is that?
Like, maybe is that... Yeah, that's the bunny.
That is fucking terrifying.
It's absolutely terrifying. It is the scariest thing I think I've seen in a while. I don't know what I watched, and I quite frankly wish I didn't watch it. I regret watching it. It might be the worst film I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
Possibly. Because it's so not a film.
Yeah.
Like, it's
the word. Oh my god. Fucking hell. That is... Yeah. I think that's probably the worst one. We're gonna get out of the 6. Though I'm gonna be honest, that it's also you completely sold me on it.
Did I?
I genuinely want to watch this film now because I'm very intrigued.
It is on YouTube. It is on YouTube if you want to watch it.
It just sounds super like it sounds so ridiculous that I kind of think it might be a masterpiece.
It's I don't know. I'm still kind of speechless from it, to be honest. I don't. It's terrible, and
I'm kind of excited. I might watch it.
If you watch it, proceed with caution.
I will.
Like very much fucking precaution.
I'll watch it through I'll with a blindfold next to me or something.
Yes.
Just in case.
Yes. Just when you see the bunny, like scream. Maybe.
Well, the next one I watched is Home Alone: The Holiday Heist.
Now that one is not the new one.
It's not the new one.
It's the one before the new one. If I'm right.
Yeah, 2012 I think it came out.
Okay.
It is definitely it's the forgotten child of the Home Alone films, which is I guess a surprisingly topical analogy. This is Home Alone about children getting forgotten.
Zing.
But so I had no idea this film existed.
Okay.
It's on Disney Plus. Of course it is.
Are they all on Disney Plus?
They're all on Disney Plus.
Oh my god.
So you guys can go watch Home Alone: The Holiday Heist on Disney Plus. I definitely recommend it. Bit of a banger.
Bit of a banger. That shit came. Loved it.
So I watched this with my flatmate, and she already had seen the film. Somehow I don't know how the fuck she pulled that one off.
She has amazing film taste, by the way. We'll just say that as well.
Yeah. It's her taste is interesting, but I mean that's a whole other episode. Dissecting that.
Maybe we'll get her in.
I think we should. I think just get her in. Fucking just.
Yeah.
Give her a list of films and tell us and ask her what she thinks of them, and I think that's just an episode in itself.
Yeah.
But this fucking Holiday Heist. So she was like, "Oh, this film's so much better than you think it's gonna be." No. No.
Was it worse than what you thought it was gonna be?
I don't know what I thought it was going to be. It was more, I guess. No, because I was gonna say it was boring. I don't know if I'd call it boring because I watched the third film literally today. I remember more about Home Alone than I do about the third film I watched today.
Okay.
The Holiday Heist, it's so basically where the fuck do I even begin? So basically, this family moves into this big haunted manor, and it's the whole thing is it's haunted or something, and the kid thinks there's a ghost or whatever.
Okay.
Also, the kid's an epic gamer.
Oh.
A massive gamer, and so obviously the whole thing is technology bad.
Okay.
He has no friends because he just plays all his time gaming.
Gaming. Well, that's the thing now. Is in 2021, that's a cool kid. He could stream on Twitch.
Exactly.
That
kid's a millionaire. And
Yeah.
And so he's doing his gaming, and he's like, oh, this house is haunted. He goes to the basement and he finds a secret door or whatever.
Okay.
And then it turns out also there were some robbers, but this time Home Alone 1 has 2 robbers, right?
Okay.
Home Alone: The Holiday Heist fucking kicks it up a notch.
How many has it got?
3 robbers.
What?
I know. And one of the robbers. Okay, so I noticed a trend in every one of these films I watched. There was one actor where I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" It's Grumpy Cat. It was Aubrey Plaza. This time it's fucking Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell.
The fucking guy from A Clockwork Orange. What the fuck is he doing in this film?
The president in Fallout 3.
Yeah? What the fuck is he doing in fucking Home Alone: The Holiday Heist?
What's he not doing in Home Alone: The Holiday Heist is the real question.
I hope that man got a fucking massive paycheck.
To be fair, have you seen Malcolm McDowell's filmography?
Bolt. He's in Bolt.
He's in Bolt, but not even just that. Bolt's probably quite good for his filmography. He's in so much shit.
Why? He's a good actor.
Because he likes money.
True. Okay, that's
I
fair.
like money. Everyone likes money.
He's definitely in this film. He's probably one of the best parts. I quite like him in it.
Okay.
I quite like the villains, to be fair. I mean, there's one the female villain. For some reason, her whole thing is that she just went through a divorce.
Okay.
Or something, and she really just wants her ex-husband back. They may not get married. I don't remember that plot point particularly.
Oh.
I just remember every line she says is how much she misses her ex-husband. To the point where, like, I think it's meant to be a joke.
Okay.
It's not funny, and the payoff, there's this, like, little shit other kid. And so the payoff is, like, her ex-husband rings her. Yeah. Near the end when she's got, like, the main kid trapped in her, gamer kid, trapped in her van. And, like, her ex-husband rings her, and she's, like, talking to her ex-husband. Mm-hmm. But then this little shit kid starts throwing snowballs at her or whatever.
Okay.
And so she starts swearing at this little shit kid, and the ex-husband thinks that she's swearing at him. And I guess that's meant to be, like, a payoff or something. And I was just sitting there kind of at this point going, what the fuck is this? Like, this is not a payoff. But, like, so the robbers try and rob this house. Like, they're trying to... They don't know what they're trying to steal. Only Malcolm McDowell knows. He's trying to fucking steal a painting.
Is it, like, a cool painting?
Yeah.
Is it, like, really expensive?
That's the thing. That's what I was thinking. Is it's like, why does he want to steal this painting? And he's like, oh, it costs $85 million or something. And I'm like, okay, that's why I want to steal the painting. But he's like... He gets the painting, and he's like, oh, my master plan is now done, and then he's like, I'm not gonna sell it.
So he just wants it?
I think he just wants to fucking hang it up in, like, over his bed or something. And he goes through this massive, like, he goes through secret doors. Oh, also, the film fucking lies. The title of the name is a fucking lie.
Is it not a heist?
No, he's not even fucking home alone.
Wait, what?
The kid's parents, like, they fucked off. But his sister's still there.
So
he's not even fucking home alone.
Is the sister older?
Yeah.
So he's basically getting babysat?
Yeah.
Like,
but then she gets locked in the basement. Because obviously... And, okay, there's a really fucking stupid part of the film where... I was saying the kid's an epic gamer.
Isn't the whole film just really fucking stupid?
Yeah. So there's the kid's an epic gamer. He has an epic gaming friend online, and his mum's like, "That's not a real friend." So obviously, you know, the friend rings him, and they talk, and it turns out that the friend is like this, like, I guess 20-year-old cult-like guy, who's obviously he's an epic gamer too, and so, like, he's obviously surprised to learn that his best friend's a 10-year-old, and then
how? Wait. So this main kid is best friends with an adult.
Yeah.
Okay. How did the adult not know that this kid was 10 years old?
Well, they never called before. They were just playing fucking whatever game they played.
They've never been on voice chat.
No. But apparently, the 20-year-old guy thought it was his friend Andy. Somehow.
Well, this guy's a fucking nonce, isn't he?
Well, no, that's the thing.
Oh!
It moves on to fucking, so, like, the kid, like, gets broken, his house gets broken into, and he's, like, talking about it, and he's saying, oh, he basically makes it seem like it's a video game, so the adult gives him advice. I'm gonna call him Epic Gamer Adult, and he gives advice, and he's like, this is what you gotta do, but he thinks it's a video game. Then the kid's like...
there's probably a better name for that big character. Pedophile. Because, like, that's a good idea. This is what it sounds like right now.
And then the kid's like, fucking... oh, no, this is reality. And the adult's like, okay, I'm going to call the cops or your mum. And so this is where I kind of stopped following the film.
Okay.
The guy hacks into the kid's account.
Okay.
Looks at the credit card statement.
Okay.
And then rings up the mum, obviously.
Naturally.
And the mum gets this call from this random guy saying your house is being broken into.
Okay.
And, like, you know, and so she has obviously the mum is freaking the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And the mum's like, you know, how the fuck did you get this number? He's like, oh, I hacked into your son's account and looked at your credit card. And then she's like, okay, where's my daughter? And he's like, your daughter's locked in the basement.
Oh, fuck.
And so obviously the mum thinks the guy's trying to fucking kidnap their children.
Yeah.
And so then the police, I don't know how the fuck the police get to his house, or how the mum gets the police, but somehow the police ends up at his house, like, trying to fucking arrest him and shit. Yeah. But then he hacks into the security footage of their house. So him and the police just sit on the sofa with popcorn, watching this kid's house being broken into. And I think it's meant to be a political commentary on the uselessness of the police force.
Yes, because I go to Home Alone, the Holiday Heist, for my political analysis.
And I was just so confused at this point, because like, wait, so what was the fucking point? And then at the end, it's like the parents are like, oh, we're sorry about the whole almost getting you arrested because we thought you were kidnapping our children, and I mean, you blatantly hacked into our like personal,
Either way, he's committed a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
But no, the police are like, no, mate, you're cool, you're alright, and then the parents fucking pay for his like ticket home or whatever, for some reason, like to see his family at Christmas or something.
God.
And then the ending fucking blue balls you.
Oh God.
Because you're like, well, they obviously have this really, really rich painting. And so you think it's going to be this happy ending where it's like the family becomes fucking billionaires. Because they're like, oh, this painting's worth $85 million. We just got sent some envelope. Wonder what it could be. And it's like 4 tickets to the museum. And then that's the ending.
That's it. That's the
ending. It's like, oh, cool.
What's their reaction to them going to the museum? Are they like, are they disappointed? Or they're like, yeah, fuck the money, museum.
No, they're just disappointed. They're just like, why the fuck do we get tickets to the museum? And the dad's like, that's pretty cool. And then it just ends. That's just it.
What? Like,
they just. It's like I was like, okay, cool. That's an actual sweet ending. The family become the next fucking, I don't know, Elon Musk or whatever. Sure, whatever. It's fucking Home Alone, whatever. But no, it's not even that. They just fucking get tickets to a museum, and it's like,
and that's it.
That's it.
Well, it's probably better than the new one.
Honest to God, it probably is.
Like, yeah.
Thing is, the traps aren't even that good.
Yeah, what are the traps? Because I thought that's the staple of the franchise.
It's only like fucking 10 minutes of traps, basically. It's so underwhelming. Spend the entire film, they spend ages building this up. Keeping in mind that the robbers break into the house once.
Okay.
When there's no one there.
Okay.
Then decide, no wait, let's break into it a second time. And that's when the kid's home alone. Or home alone in quotation marks, because he's not home alone. The film's a fucking lie. And it's that time when the kid sets up all the traps because he thinks they're ghosts. And the robbers also think the kid's a ghost.
Wait. Do you think the kid's a ghost?
Yes.
Like, I know... Like, okay, I know in the Home Alone films, I know the robbers were stupid.
Yeah.
But... not that stupid.
They think the kid's a ghost.
Okay.
They don't consider the possibility at all that there's just someone else in the house.
Yeah, maybe this massive house, which probably still looks very clean and very fresh, and like someone lives in there. They don't. Oh my God.
And the trap, the only trap I can remember.
Okay.
Because you know at the end of Home Alone when all the robbers are like they're properly like beaten up.
Yes.
In this film, just the woman has like a red nose, because like a boot hits her in the face.
That's it.
That's the only trap I can remember.
What was fun about the traps was the traps nearly killed them.
Yeah.
That's what was fun about it. That was what was exciting.
Yeah. The torturing in this film is very irritating. It's just not there.
There's not enough torture.
Exactly. I want to see a kid tortured to, like, adults who probably deserve it. And that's like apparently the new one, Home Alone. They're just nice guys.
There's nice people, but this kid's a fucking psychopath.
Exactly. Like, apparently that's the whole thing. But in this one, it's just the adults deserve it, but they get off just pretty easy. Yeah. By the end of it, they're just absolutely fine, and it's like, okay, neat. God. It's just so fucking. It's boring. It's just so. That's the problem with the film. The film's so fucking underwhelming. I watched a Home Alone film. I want to see carnage. There's just none.
Home Alone, let there be carnage.
That's what I want. That's what I fucking want. I don't want the Holiday Heist. It's barely even all of them could be called the fucking Holiday Heist.
Yeah, technically they all are a Holiday Heist.
Exactly.
They're going into a house and they're typically there to rob stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just call it Home Alone 5. You don't need to be that, fucking call this one Home Sweet Home Alone. None of the titles fucking mean anything. It's just fucking... Home Alone might be like one of my least favourite franchises because...
Well, only 2 of them are good.
Yeah, they just keep remaking the same fucking film.
There's like 6 of them, but only like 2 of them are actually like watchable.
Yeah. I think like Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever, banger, obviously, as we've discussed. That's a film that is shit.
That shit fucks.
But it is funny. Because it's so shit, it's so funny.
Oh, okay. It's that kind of funny.
Exactly.
Okay.
Holiday Heist, I watched and I was just kind of like, what the fuck is this? This is just disappointing. Even my flatmate admitted, that was a bit worse than she expected.
And, and her taste in film.
Exactly. Her favourite film's fucking Free Guy.
And Ready Player One.
And Ready Player One. Like, her standards are not that high. But even Home Alone, The Holiday Heist, she decided that was too bad for her. It's a shit film. I'm sure it's better than whatever the fuck you watch next.
Well, that was a nice transition there.
Thank you.
So, the next film...
I remember what you... Yeah, okay.
The next film I watched was Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas.
So, I've seen this film.
Okay.
I watched this... It must be like 4 or 5 years ago. For some reason. I remember that what I remember really briefly was that it was very pro commercialization of Christmas for some reason.
Okay.
It was super pro that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a dance sequence at the end.
Yes.
And I specifically remember, I remember a Santa backstory scene at the beginning, I think.
Yes. Okay. So.
Yes.
The film begins.
Okay.
With Kirk Cameron, sitting there by an open fire. Not an open fire.
Is he doing the fucking Queen's speech?
He's... Now that's a speech I would watch every Christmas day. I don't care about the Queen's speech. I want to know about fucking Kirk Cameron. What's going on with him this Christmas? So Kirk Cameron comes in, right, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron." And he sits there and he talks about Christmas.
Yeah.
Now, what's really interesting is that this film was 2014.
Yeah.
When it came out. But he basically talks about Christmas is cancelled. Now Christmas, these days you have to say Happy Holidays except Happy Christmas, and I hate it, and I hate this all, I hate all this. He's really mad because Christmas is cancelled. You have to say Happy Holidays.
What the fuck?
Tom, you have to say Happy Holidays instead of Happy Christmas. That's
Holy
enough to just end your life.
How is this man supposed to cope?
Exactly, because Kirk Cameron fucking loves Christmas. Right, he loves Christmas so much, but you know what he loves more than Christmas?
What?
It's hot chocolate. He fucking loves hot chocolate. Oh my god, does Kirk Cameron love hot chocolate? Kirk Cameron and hot chocolate goes together like peanut butter and jelly. Right, he fucking loves it. He loves it so much that it's almost uncomfortable. Right, so Kirk Cameron talks about 10 minutes of this 70-80 minute film. Kirk Cameron's sitting there talking about Christmas. He's talking about it, go through emotions, and it's so then the film starts eventually.
Okay.
It starts after this fucking extended intro.
Nice, obviously.
So most of the film takes place at a Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Right, all these people there, and Kirk Cameron's sister's husband.
Okay.
He's down in the dumps. He doesn't like Christmas. He's just...
Fuck yeah, Kirk Cameron's gonna have some things to say.
Kirk Cameron is ready to fucking kill a man. Like, he's ready to fucking harvest his organs because he can't fathom that this person right now is at a Christmas thing and he looks sad. This person's upset and he's looking and he's like, why are you not happy? So, the husband's like, I'm gonna go and sit in the car and I'm really grumpy.
Yes.
So he goes in the car and Kirk Cameron's like, hey buddy. And then they just start talking about Christmas. Now, he's not like a Scrooge.
Yeah.
Well, he is and he isn't. He believes that Christmas has lost God and Jesus and all of
Yeah.
And they start talking about, And then Kirk comes like, well, you think... Basically, most of the arguments go like, the husband goes like, oh, I don't like Christmas anymore because people don't follow God anymore. They just do this instead. And then King Cameron goes, well, they do this because God actually introduced this into the thing. And then the husband's like, I never saw it that way. And then he immediately will go back to what his previous mindset was.
Yeah.
And then it goes on like that for like 20 minutes. And then what does happen? Okay, so this film is majority white cast.
Yes.
This is the whitest fucking Christmas you've been to. It is... But there's one black character in it.
Yeah.
And it is such a stereotype. Right. His name's DeAndre.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And he's just talking about Christmas, but he talks about it in such a stereotypical way that it's like, I'm not convinced Kirk Cameron has been around a person who's not white in all of his life. Genuinely, I don't think he has, because like, it's yeah. So that happens. The thing is, I haven't got many notes for this one because this film's kind of boring.
Yes.
For how long it is, it's like there's a good like half an hour nothing really happens.
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy theory guy.
Yeah.
That's in it, and I think he mentions that like vaccines cause autism at some point. Why he's mentioning this in a Christmas film, like God knows. So,
well, according to Kirk Cameron, God does know.
Well, Kirk Cameron might have all the answers. So, all that, and then you mentioned before the dance sequence.
Yes.
There's a dance sequence, and I am not fucking exaggerating. Right, this dance sequence goes on for 10 minutes. Right, and it's every character just doing these slow motion dance moves, doing all of that, and it's like it goes on for so long.
Fucking hell.
So fucking long, and it doesn't stop, and you're just like, oh my God, like please, I beg you, stop, like, and just like, I really and eventually it just ends.
Yeah.
The film just kind of just stops, and then just roll credits. There's a gag reel, which is
of course there is
incredibly awkward to watch, and yeah. That's Saving Christmas. There's not much to say because it's shit. It's awful. I hate it. But what's interesting?
Okay.
So, the film on Rotten Tomatoes has a very low score.
Yeah, it's like one of the lowest, isn't it?
It's 0%.
That would be one of the lowest, yeah.
Yeah, it's so low that it's at the lowest. It's also, I believe, it's the lowest rated film on Letterboxd as well.
Yes, I think in IMDb it's definitely bottom 100.
Yeah, it's in there. Now, Kirk Cameron thinks that this film's amazing.
Obviously.
Now, maybe you should agree to disagree. Kirk Cameron thinks that the reason why Saving Christmas is a 0% and it's a lowest rated film on Letterboxd and it's in the bottom 100 on IMDb is because he thinks that Reddit and a bunch of atheists coordinated a response against the film.
What?
A bunch of Redditors got together one day, which makes sense, I guess, because, they're all atheists. And, like, and they all got together and went, you know what, this Kirk Cameron guy, we're going to just destroy his career, I guess. And that's why he thinks that this film flopped. It's not because it's shit. It's because Satanists.
Obviously.
It's Satan. Satan did not like Saving Christmas. Neither did I. So, Kirk Cameron, does that mean I'm Satan? I think I might be.
Holy shit.
I might be.
Is that the realisation we're taking away from this?
I think that's the realisation I've made watching this film. Is I may be Satan.
Oh my God. I mean, to be fair, the film's probably the closest we'll get to experiencing hell.
Yeah. And hell is white suburbia.
I just remember that film being so utterly... like shit. Like I remember it being a hard film to even enjoy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not even like so bad it's good. It's just bad.
Yeah,
it's really awful.
It's just I remember the dance number. I remember what it looked like, and I remember it just being like basically the entire film's been taking place in just one fucking kitchen.
Yeah. It basically takes place in this fucking living room.
It's like that's why?
Because I guess that's all they could afford. I imagine the budget for the film probably wasn't that high.
Fucking just like it's just Kirk Cameron's personal savings.
Yeah, probably.
Fucking hell, it's people say like fucking propaganda cinema.
It is basically
It's I also I remember it being really pro commercialization.
Yes,
which is the weirdest fucking.
It's very. It's so strange. It's just Kirk Cameron fucking loves Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's basically what the film is.
Like, I went in expecting a film about why we've lost Christmas because of...
The fucking poster of the film looks like it's going to be like an action movie or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's he's doing this like DreamWorks smirk and all that. He's doing all that.
He's holding like a fucking candy cane or something.
Yeah. And then the film it's like watching a play,
Yeah.
but it's shit. Like,
Now you say that, I would love to see a stage adaptation of this film.
yes.
I would be down
Oh
with
my
that.
god, I would love that.
I would be so
You know
interested
what?
to see that.
I'll be the Kirk Cameron for it.
You do
I
it.
will audition for Kirk Cameron. I fucking love Christmas.
Do the fucking Queen's speech.
Yeah. There you go. Like, and you know what? I will get something.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. I love Christmas.
He's definitely a dodgy person.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure.
doubt he's even a person.
He's probably an AI.
Exactly.
Like, he's not real.
No way. Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas definitely was not something someone made, like...
No, it was made by a robot one night.
Exactly.
Yeah, a robot just started to fuck around and find out and just made some bizarre film.
So fucking... It's terrible. It's terrible. It's so bad.
Don't watch it, anyone. I would not recommend it. It's fucking awful.
Speaking of fucking awful, The Year Without Santa Claus. Sorry, The Year Without a Santa Claus. 2006. This film came out.
Ooh.
It's on YouTube for free.
Okay.
So you can watch it if you want.
Oh,
Don't.
Okay.
I want you to guess, because I was saying there was a trend.
Okay.
There was an actor who I was like, what the fuck are you doing in this film? Which actor do you reckon is in this film? Keeping in mind, this is a TV live-action remake of the Rankin Bass stop-motion animated film, The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
I wish. It's fucking John Goodman.
John Goodman
is in this fucking film as Santa Claus. Which, you know what?
That's awful.
Really good casting.
You done great.
I can't even get... Don't get me wrong, it's the worst worst John Goodman performance I've ever seen in my entire life. But, good God, if they're going to make any redeeming feature of this film, it might as well be casting John fucking Goodman.
John Goodman, I'll watch him in anything.
Oh, and he's the best part of the film.
Yeah, of course he is. He's John Goodman.
No, never mind. Wait, no.
Oh,
no.
okay.
So, do you know anything about The Year Without Santa Claus?
No.
You haven't seen the original?
I haven't seen the original,
Oh,
I don't
right.
think.
I haven't seen the original either.
Okay.
Which obviously makes me the perfect person to talk about this film.
Does this make you want to watch the original?
Yes, but more so out of curiosity.
Okay.
Because this film is so fucking modern in terms of, like, I can't imagine this being the plot of the original in any way. Essentially, Santa Claus, he's a grumpy little shit. And he's basically like, fuck Christmas.
Yeah.
Me and all my homies hate Christmas.
Okay.
And so he just decides to take a year off for the crack. And he just basically he essentially just goes and lies in bed. And he's like, fuck you guys.
Santa just fucking gives up.
Yeah.
He just decides, you know what? Fuck Christmas. I'm going to bed.
Literally, he's like, I'll just fucking take a day off, why not? Unless someone can prove to me that children love Christmas.
Okay.
And so these two elves, Jingle and Jangle. Okay, so for some reason, like you're saying in terms of Kirk Cameron having just a really weird stereotypical character, this has that too. And I know this, I don't think this was in the original.
Okay.
They make one of the elves like a very, very, very stereotypical black man. That is very uncomfortable. But, okay. That's not good. Not a great start.
Okay.
But this fucking film. So Jingle and Jangle, they watch on TV, and they see this young boy talking about how much he loves Christmas, and they're like, "Fucking, we've got it. Off to fucking Earth to find, or like wherever, you know, like fucking off. Let's go and let's hunt this kid down. Definitely won't be anything weird about that."
Okay.
And so they go into America because obviously they do. And they put on normal clothes because obviously they do, and they spend basically the whole film trying to convince this little kid that they're elves, which they do by telling him they know his address.
Oh,
that's the main thing I remember.
That's
Is they just
terrifying.
they hunt this kid down.
We're living in your walls.
They hunt this kid down to his house, and they're like, he's like, "How the fuck do you know where I live?" And he's like, "We're elves." And he's supposed to just believe them.
Imagine getting doxxed by a fucking elf. Like,
it's this and so they for some reason fucking Vixen is just vibing in like someone's barn. I don't remember why the fuck he does that. But so they're like hunting these like kids down. This kid down, and the kid's like, he's part of a really rich family. He was pretending to love Christmas on TV.
Yeah.
And the elves can't seem to wrap their heads around the fact that this kid was lying.
Yeah.
Because I think like they're not allowed to tell lies or something. It's explained in the film, and I didn't pay attention. But the main part of this film, why especially the original is so iconic, is because of two characters.
Okay.
Snow Miser and Heat Miser. I think they're their names.
Okay.
This film is not a musical, but it does have a musical number.
Only one.
Only one.
Okay.
And it's the Snow Miser, Heat Miser introduction song. In the animated version, this song kind of bangs. I've seen just the song. Haven't seen the film. I've seen the song. I've seen the actual, like, that bit.
The song slaps.
It slaps.
It's fire.
It's fire. It literally is, because Heat Miser, it's literally fire. Hey! For some reason, they decided in the live-action remake, what they're going to do is choose two actors who can't fucking sing.
Okay.
Especially the one playing Heat Miser.
Oh no.
He talks like he's been holding in about 20 different coughs. He's like, He sounds like he's on the verge. Essentially, he just sounds like all he needs is just to clear his throat. But like he's needed to clear his throat for about 30 years.
He's just got a fucking overload of fucking phlegm. Like, it's just... He's more phlegm than man.
And keeping in mind, like, the sets in this film are atrocious. Like, they look like...
Yeah, it's fucking best.
Like, and like, the costumes.
Yeah,
Heat Miser's, like, dressed up all, like, he's got red skin. He's got, like, his hair is, like, spiked up.
Yeah.
He's wearing a fucking Hawaiian shirt for some reason.
As he should.
And he's just walking around with these... Obviously, you know, he's like, just scantily, like, dressed girls running around him, doing dancing and whatnot.
Yeah.
While he's singing, I'm Mr. Heat Miser. And you gotta wonder how the fuck this guy's throat has survived.
You know what you need to do?
What?
You need to do one better. You need to do a cover. You need to cover this song, and you need to be like, listen, you know, aim it at the actor who played Heat Miser in that version. Aim it at them. Dox them online.
Oh, obviously. Well, it's in the spirit of the film.
Yeah, exactly. You can, like, sing the song, and then at the end just go, I have your IP address. And then, like, you know, and then dox them. Like, just do that.
It's genuinely such a fucking banger song. It annoyed me so much how they ruined it. Don't ask me why I don't know why these characters are in the film, because you watch it and you're like, okay, these are the villains.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they hate each other. They shoot at each other or whatever. They like throw fireballs and snowballs at each other. Heat Miser wants there to be sun. He hates Christmas. He wants sun everywhere. Snow Miser loves cold. So you think, okay, Snow Miser's gonna be like cool guy. Heat Miser bad guy. No.
Oh.
They're just kind of there.
Oh, they're just there?
They do a musical number.
Yeah. Wait, okay, right. I'm going all the way back to Ice Cream Bunny. Really quick, because you just reminded me, right?
Sure.
Just that, you know, like, just these people just being there. These kids that are in the thing, right? There's two kids that do like a Huckleberry Finn kind of thing. They have 3 scenes. They comment on what's happening, and that's it. Then they're not addressed. They don't come up. They're just there, and that just reminded me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. They're just there.
Well, there's another scene later with Snow Miser and Heat Miser where they're doing a boxing match against each other.
Okay.
It's as random as it sounds. And then fucking Mother Nature appears. As in, it's just some random lady called Mother Nature.
Yeah.
I think I remember having a really long fingernails, but I might also have gone insane by that point. I can't remember.
I feel like maybe you probably have. Just a smidge.
And she appears, she's like their mum or something, even though she looks like infinitely younger than both of them. Which is a really nice detail. And like Santa Claus, like basically at this point, like Santa Claus, he loves his elves, and so he hears the jingle and jangle, which by the way are the best names ever. Here's they've fucked off.
I'm gonna name my kids Jingle and Jangle. I think that's what I need to do.
Okay, make sure that the one who's named Jingle, that his middle name is All the Way.
Fucking smashed it. Yeah. Or maybe I should change my last name from Murray to All the Way.
Yes.
Aaron All the Way. change. I mean, my middle name's John. So really, it's not that much of a change. They both start with J.
Jingle John all the way.
Aaron Jingle all the way.
But like they're having a fucking so they're like off in America or something vibing and trying to get this kid basically kidnap a child.
Yeah.
And Santa's like, what the fuck? My elves are in America.
Fuck.
You know, and so he fucks off,
Okay.
and he's like snaps back into action, and he tries to go and find his elves, and he finds the kid. The kid's like, you know what, Santa Claus? After meeting you and being a little shit for a whole film, but after meeting you, I really do feel like Christmas is awesome. And Santa's like, okay, you know what? Let's just do Christmas for the crack this year. And so then he just does Christmas. And then
And then that's it.
he just kind of does Christmas. I really thought Snow Miser and Heat Miser were going to be like the main, like
They were going to be like a part of it, yeah, and then they're just not.
They have a musical number. There's literally not another trace.
They get
of
a
musical
fucking
number.
intro. They do all of that, and then they don't do anything.
Yeah. It's just meant to be like the North Pole just has this like divide. So essentially,
Okay.
the North Pole fucking World War III is happening because you got
Oh my
Snow
God.
Miser. And keep in mind, like this, there's not like they don't show like a fucking town or something. It just literally looks like it's Snow Miser and just his 4 backup dancers versus Heat Miser and his 4 backup dancers.
Jesus Christ.
And that's the entire war.
Yeah.
They just like Heat Miser's just throwing fireballs, Snow Miser's just throwing snowballs, and that's it.
That's awful. That is awful.
I don't get it. I just like straight like Home Alone Holiday Heist. I watched that film and I was like, you know what, this is terrible. But I can say that I watched it. I can say it was a film. I can say that, you know, on a story level I understand it. I watched The Year Without a Santa Claus. I'm assuming the thing is that's the thing I don't understand, because The Year Without a Santa Claus 2006 is so so there's so much to do with modern companies. I just remembered another plot point I didn't explain. I'll get to that.
God. Oh, okay.
So it's like there's all this modern stuff, like, you know, like and like all these modern references, like they reference Spider-Man
Okay.
and all that, and yet I just can't imagine how they do that in the original stop motion animated one, and that makes me so curious to see what that film's like, because it feels like it's going to be a completely different film.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say... Well, that's the thing. If to do with all these like references, I wondered if maybe the original has a lot of references in it, but they're outdated.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Because how old is the original?
I want to say like probably like 70s.
So it's probably all 70s references, if there are references in it. Which, if they're not, then I guess he was just like, we gotta make it cool and hip for the kids. Like, that's what I'm assuming. That's why like there's so many references. Like,
Yeah.
Spider-Man was in at the time.
Yeah, it probably
You know.
did. Well, that's the thing is, the fucking other plot point is that, so because obviously Santa's taking the year off, they need to replace Santa. So there's this elf called, I think he's an elf, he's called Sparky, and he's CEO of Santa in corporations.
Okay.
And he is like I'll become the new Santa. I'll become Extreme Santa.
Extreme.
And he's
Extreme, like with an
Extreme.
X.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow.
And he's like, oh, okay, here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to fucking wear a superhero suit. And so he creates this superhero suit, and he wears that. He's like, I'll become Extreme Santa. And I'm so like, how the fuck is this done in a stop-motion film? To where we have now Extreme Santa who's running around. I don't know what the fuck he does all film, but he's just kind of running around being like, I'm Extreme Santa. While fucking... Snow Miser and Heat Miser are also in this film. They don't do it. They just sing. And the songs, they make the song bad. It's a banger. Actually, Snow Miser, I'll give him some credit. Snow Miser has some pipes.
Okay. Snow Miser's better than Heat Miser, voice-wise.
It's Heat Miser's voice. And that's how it's just Heat Miser's voice. Of just being fucking, I'm the same. It's like, fucking hell, mate. Just cough once, please.
I love how passionately mad this has made you. Like, just...
I care so much about Snow Miser and Heat Miser as characters. I think they're really great. I think they're really exciting. That to see them done this way, done this dirty, it just really makes me mad. It's like, what's the need? What's the actual need?
There was none.
There was no need.
No need.
They fucking shat over. John Goodman's in this film.
So is John Goodman Santa?
Yeah.
How much is he in the film?
He's the main character?
Oh?
Maybe?
Like...
Because I'd say Jingle and Jangle are the main characters, but they also kind of do fuck all. But so does everyone.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, like at least Santa's like... I think Santa's... Well, he's definitely number one on the cast billing, but that might just be because he's John Goodman.
That's probably where most of the fucking budget went.
Yeah, exactly.
Was John Goodman.
Cause I mean, looking at the sets, the budget definitely didn't go to those. Generally, the fucking North Pole, I thought I could probably make that using some cardboard and some, like, fucking sticky glue. It's not... No, I'd say that it's definitely the worst out of the three. Because it's just... I watched it literally today.
And you barely remember it.
Barely remember it. Like, it is fucking 1 year out. It's also so... It's like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
This is the longest hour and a half of my fucking life. I was watching that, I was like, okay, cool, we're a half an hour in. Check the time, it's been fucking 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
I've never felt a film be this long in my life.
Jesus.
And it felt like it got longer. Like, genuinely, I looked at the time and I was like, okay, there's 10 minutes left. Power through. And I felt like I was there an hour later, still like, where the fuck is this ending? It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's actually terrible.
I think it's terrible.
It's so bad. But we got your best one.
Yeah.
Yeah. If this is better than Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever, I'll be shocked.
So, I saved the best for last. Well, okay. So, Nativity Rocks is my last film.
Do you want to just explain what Nativity is for all the people who aren't British?
So, thank God you aren't British. But Nativity is a film series in the UK that's about a school, usually, and there's a teacher who's a bit of a Scrooge, and there's the teacher assistant who's a man-child who really loves Christmas.
Yeah, the first one's a bit of a banger.
The first one's really good.
Yeah,
I like the first one. Second one, I think is fine.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Bit, not great, but harmless.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the third one.
You've seen Rocks.
But I've seen Rocks. I skipped one. Now, Nativity, like, they're mostly, the harmless Christmas films. Look at the cute kids doing the Christmas thing. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The film starts with immigrants on a boat sneaking into the UK. They're escaping from Syria. By the way. Fucking Syria.
What? So,
on this boat, right,
okay.
The kid and the father, alright, and they get on, and the kid and the father, they're running to this, to this van, right, and then the kid accidentally just get in the van. He gets in a fruit van.
Sure.
He gets in a different one, and and he's like, Dad, where did you go? Oh no! And you see this immigrant kid the kid starts to cry, and then it just goes fucking jingle bells, like it just smashed us with a fucking school. In the most awkward fucking way. This kid's sobbing because he just lost his dad after escaping a war-torn country.
Yeah.
That happens, right? And then it's like, and then the teacher in the class is like, okay, guys, like, let's get our wishes for the Christmas tree. And then
who is the teacher? Like, who's playing the teacher?
Just some guy.
It's
usually like David Tennant, Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
It's just a guy. I don't know who this person is. I've never seen him in anything.
Because I know fucking Craig Revel Horwood is in this film. Who's a fucking judge on Strictly Come Dancing.
The dad from Outnumbered is in it.
What the fuck?
We're gonna get to him.
What the fuck?
We're gonna get to his character. Okay.
Right.
So all the kids in class, doing the wishes, and the teacher goes like, like, what are you guys wishing for? And all these kids have like horrible parents or like horrible experiences. Like one of them like, I wish my mother would like come back from the dead. I wish my dad would come back from prison. And it's like, all this like really dark stuff. Like this one's like rated a U, I think, as well, by the way. But this is where it gets nuts. So the man-child assistant in all three films, prior to Rocks, is Mr. Poppy. He's gone.
Okay.
No more.
Okay.
His brother is here. They've pulled the classic trick when a franchise has no fucking idea where to go. They bring the long lost brother in. Right, he comes in looking for his brother, who's went off to Australia. That's the excuse that they fall. So he comes in and
Is the brother also called Mr. Poppy then?
yes, basically, right. And he's also a man-child. In fact, he's even worse. Like, he's even worse because see, Mr. Poppy is kind of like the Minions in Despicable Me, where in the first one, I think they handled them quite well.
Yes.
The first one, he's in small doses. This one, it's basically his film.
Fucking
They basically just do all Poppy.
Yeah.
With this, but it's a new guy. But they're trying to do a bit of a so the nativity that they're doing for this is not an average nativity. It's a rock opera.
Oh fucking hell!
Nativity Rocks. It's a rock opera like Bad Out of Hell, stuff like that, set around the nativity.
Yeah.
So the film basically becomes School of Rock. That's essentially what they're doing. It's School of Rock because and this new Mr. Poppy even has like his moments of doing like a Jack Black, doing like doing all the voices like that. He's doing all that. He's basically Jack Black for a lot of it. So yeah, so Mr. Poppy comes in. He's walking around commentary going like, wow, I love commentary. Commentary looks fucking depressing in this film. It's constantly raining. It's constantly cloudy. I don't think there's any sunshine in this film. It's dreary. It's constantly fucking raining. It's so miserable. Like, and yeah, like, so he makes friends with this Syrian kid.
Okay.
And this Syrian kid, eventually comes across this social worker.
Yeah.
Who, takes him on board. Is like, I'm gonna get you a home. And eventually, like, they try to get him into a home, but then it goes from getting him into a home to, we're gonna help you find your dad.
Okay.
So the social worker can't drive.
Sure.
The social worker has a crush on the teacher.
Okay.
The main teacher character. There's 2 scenes with that.
Okay.
But it's never like addressed. Again, they don't kiss. There's no like kiss at the end. There's nothing.
Okay.
They're just like, oh, they have a crush on each other.
Nice.
That's it. I guess. But yeah, so they do all that. And so Mr. Poppy, becomes the assistant for the rock opera, and he doesn't have a house to, or he doesn't have like anywhere to sleep.
Yeah.
He also has a dog companion as well.
Of course he does.
Because why not?
Yeah.
So he stays with the teacher.
Okay.
For a night, and the teacher's like, you can't bring the dog, I'm allergic to dogs. But then he's like, no, we gotta bring the dog. And then of course, Poppy comes into this house, and then it's like there's about a 5-minute montage of Poppy doing stuff. He criticises his music taste, he has a bubble bath, he sleeps in the teacher's bed. And so in about 10 minutes, it goes from Mr. Poppy enters the house, Mr. Poppy's kicked out of the house, and then is invited back into the house. All of this happens within like 5 minutes. This film has got such a fucking breakneck pace, which is so bizarre. Like, this is the longest film I watched out of all the 3. It's an hour and 40.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's quite long. But yeah, that happens. And so this rock opera thing is happening because Coventry's been picked as like this country of like the Christmas town of the year or whatever.
That makes sense.
And the mayor does this thing where he's like, we survived the Blitz. They show footage of the Blitz out of nowhere. All of a sudden he's like, we survived the Blitz. So let's be Christmassy. How those who like correlate, I don't know. But yeah, whatever. They survived the Blitz, so I guess they're gonna spend Christmas time this year. I don't know.
I feel like it feels like someone told the creators of Nativity that schools are playing their film a lot, and so they just decided to put as much educational stuff in here as possible.
I guess, yeah. Like, so because it's all written by the same writer and director for all of them.
Okay.
Which is also crazy because this one doesn't feel like a nativity film.
Yeah.
This one feels like a weird sequel because there's no because like Mr. Poppy's gone.
Yeah.
They've done all that, and it's like so. Yeah, so they're gonna do this rock opera, and then this famous guy comes. I forgot the guy's name. He comes in. He's like, it's this guy who's like, I'm going to like direct this show, and it's just this guy who's like up his own ass, and eventually, basically, and he's gonna direct it, and they're doing auditions, and they do auditions, Before I get to that, this film, there's so much going on, right? The mayor, the social worker, is the mayor's daughter.
Obviously.
The social worker has a history of misplacing kids. So,
Wait, okay.
Yeah, kids go missing with the
Okay.
social worker, and she was like, well, I just misplaced them. They don't get lost. She's fucking nuts, right? So yeah. Oh, there's a line by Mr. Poppy. Stinky dog bum farts. So they're about to do. This is probably the funniest scene in the film. So they do a thing where they talk about the rock opera, and it's like Mr. Poppy's meeting the class and doing all. It's like, yeah, like we're gonna do this rock opera and all that. And then he says something like, I think like the teacher starts talking about diversity.
Yeah.
And then Miss Poppy goes, well, look at all this diversity in in our class. And it cut, and it's a class of majority white kids. And it's like, look at all this diversity. And it's like, oh my god. Like, and then he goes like, well, there's three gingers.
Yeah.
And then like the teacher goes like, oh well, that's not like proper diversity. And then he goes like, don't be gingest. Gingest is a real line in this film.
What the?
As,
Oh.
I know I said this is the best for last, but I'm making this sound horrific.
Yeah. Yeah. I still want to watch Santa Claus and the Ice Cream.
Every scene as well in this feels so rushed.
Yeah.
Like every scene, it feels like they only had one take to do it. Like they were on such a tight schedule.
Okay.
So they were like, so every scene, there's just like really awkward cuts, and everyone's like talking really fast. They're like, okay, we need to get to the next scene. Go, 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 go. Like it's quick. And then Poppy has nowhere to live. And Poppy's really sad. Because he never had a proper mum and dad and stuff. And the famous person who's directing the play also used to live with him as a kid and bullied him. This never gets brought up again.
Wait, what? That's so fucking.
Yeah.
Okay.
It never gets brought up again.
Sure.
The famous person's directing this play. They do auditions, and this. So usually in the nativity films, it's two schools. They have this regular school, then like a private posh school, Tory school.
Yeah.
Tory school and the normal school, and the Syrian kids and Mr. Poppy make friends with a kid from the rival school who has no friends.
Okay.
Because the parents don't talk to him, and they kind of just leave him to his own devices, and so they try, and so they're like, we want to live with you, become best buds. Mr. Poppy can't get a house anywhere. No one wants to live with him. They talk to every student's parents in the class and like, can our teaching assistant live with you? Like, would that be okay? Like,
okay.
Which doesn't work out. So, but eventually, this shy kid's like, yeah, you can live with me. Only problem, the parents are racist. The dad from Outnumbered is a racist, and it's like, we can't let this Syrian kid live here because we don't know what he's like. We don't know if we can trust him. Now. So the Syrian kids and Mr. Poppy get kicked out.
Okay.
And then the Syrian dad it's not the Syrian dad. No, the lonely kid's dad is about to leave somewhere for a business trip. Like,
yeah.
This is right after he's kicked out the Syrian kid. Right. And he's in the airport and he sees parents hanging out with their kid, I guess, and he goes, man, I sure was an idiot. So within 60 seconds, he goes from a racist to anti-racist.
Wait, because he saw some kids hugging in an airport?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If that's all it took, the most racist.
Yeah. Surprisingly effective.
So yeah, so the famous guy is auditioning all these like schools and all that, but he says that everybody's shit and he's gonna basically play every role. And he lets the school stay as background singers, but the Syrian kid and Mr. Poppy can't be in the show.
Okay.
So they try and get in. They try and disguise. Mr. Poppy dresses up as a woman.
Obviously.
And it's vaguely transphobic. There's a part where the famous guy goes to Mr. Poppy like, you look like you need to shave. And it's a bit like, oh, look at Mr. Poppy. He's cross-dressing. Isn't that funny?
Fucking hell.
It's like, oh, the TARPs had a field day with that one.
Fucking hell. Nativity Rocks.
It ain't rocking.
Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah. Poppy keeps calling the social worker mummy as well.
Okay.
Because...
Wait, Mr. Poppy does?
Yeah, keeps calling the social worker mummy.
Well, there's some connotations.
And they say, like, oh, you know, the social worker and the teacher, they can get together and they can be like his mummy and daddy. It's really uncomfortable. Like, you are like in your 30s, bro. And she looks younger than him. It's a bit weird.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Nope.
So, there's like about 20 minutes then where it's just about Poppy, the lonely kids in the city, kid just hanging out.
Yeah.
And like the whole rock opera thing gets like basically, it's like...
Who gives a shit about the nativity?
You just forget.
It's only called Nativity.
Yeah, and then eventually they get to the city of dad and what he's been getting up to. He's been looking for jobs, but no jobs are going.
Okay.
Because obviously, you know, we go to the nativity films for political statements. They're like, yeah, there's no jobs.
Okay.
So, eventually, he meets this farmer lady. They get on with each other. He has a guitar. He starts playing a guitar. He used to be a singer in a band.
Okay.
Which I guess is why the singing kid wants to help on this show. Whatever.
Sure.
There's that, and then eventually it becomes like, we need to get you to commentary. You need to watch the TV so you can see your kids and reunite, blah, blah, blah. And it just all becomes about that. It's about, get to commentary. The famous guy, eventually everyone revolts against him and goes like, no, like, you're not directing this. You get boosted, and he gets boosted from the thing.
Okay.
So then the show happens. The city kid and the dad meet up. The best buds. And then to do the thing, and then during the show, the famous guy comes back.
Okay.
With Mr. Poppy's dog, and goes, "If you don't let me in this show, the dog gets it." And he's literally got the dog hanging from the fucking like.
What the
he's
fuck?
gonna kill the dog.
What the fuck?
He's about to kill the dog, and then they go. It's like, no, like, we could do it together. And he goes, oh, okay. And the dog, 30 seconds maximum. He goes from he's about to kill a dog, and he joins the show. He joined the show, they do the show, they do all that, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, the show's over, and it just cuts to black, and it goes right to the credits.
What was any of that? What is any of that?
Now, the reason why I say it's the best of the three is because it's probably the most competently made.
Yeah.
Like, the film's not great. It's really not. But I'd argue it like the film looks okay.
Okay.
Professionally made.
It was shot with a camera.
It was certainly shot with a camera. I mean, I don't know if I should be going to watch Nativity for political messages.
Fucking, that's so... Like,
why they were like, Nativity needs to do with peace on Syria.
That's so random.
Like,
it's Nativity.
Like, I don't know, like, what they were thinking with it. Because it's so just not well done. It's so, like, it's obviously got a message.
Yes.
About, being, immigration, it's, blah, blah, blah. But it's basically slamming her the fucking heads with it. It's like, you know, this is the thing. And it's like, oh, like.
So it's well intentioned.
Yeah, I can see the intention, but it goes at it so horribly.
Yes.
It's, those films are too simplistic.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're trying to tackle a political issue in a film where 99% of the audience, which are going to be little kids, are not going to get it.
Yes.
Or they're going to be bored, or they're not going to be interested.
Yes.
And they're not going to get anything out of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're probably just not going to. Like, it's well intentioned, but it's not well handled.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, there's a way you can do it, like, maybe a bit more in a subtle way. Like, I don't know, like, I couldn't believe the way it starts.
The fucking running, that's so...
Like, it literally starts, you hear like the logos and all that, it's all crispy, haha, and you hear like, then there's thunderstorms and all that, and it's like, and these people go like, it's okay, we're gonna survive,
What the fuck?
It's like, I'm watching Nativity Rocks. Like, what the fuck?
What? Okay.
It's awful. It's awful. It's terrible. It's absolutely atrocious. It's
So that was the best one that you saw?
obviously the 3, yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's the most competently made.
Fucking hell. I'd be interested to see whether or not you prefer that or Grumpy Cat.
I feel like I'd probably say Grumpy Cat,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I mean, it's a fucking banger, let's be honest.
Like, I'd rather watch Grumpy Cat
Yeah.
than watch Nativity Rocks.
No, that's fair.
Like,
Do they do the nativity performance, right?
yeah, like it is the Nativity, but it's like, but even then, the Nativity part is so obviously in the background now.
Yeah.
It doesn't even really feel like a Nativity film.
That's fucking
Like,
weird.
it's a Nativity, but it's not like, but that's kind of the key focus for a lot of them, but they just, yeah.
Why take out the fucking integral part of the film?
They want to go to new places. This is
Fucking Nativity 4.
This is the reboot.
Fucking who cares about a reboot of Nativity? Like, you fucking made a good film the first time. Just like, you know.
I can't believe they made 4.
Yeah.
Like, the first one is a cute Christmas film.
That's all it needs to be.
There did not need to be 4 of them.
No, not at all.
It's insane.
Like, you couldn't just leave that there.
Literally, just
It does
leave
not
it.
need anything more. But that is all the 6 Christmas films that we saw.
Yes.
The 6 worst Christmas films we could find.
Yes.
I never want to think about any of these again.
I hate movies. I never want to watch a movie again.
So, you said Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny. That was on YouTube for free.
That's on YouTube for free.
So is The Year Without a Santa Claus, 2006. So if you want to watch either of those, you can find those for free on YouTube. You can find Home Alone Holiday Heist on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other film I watched? Fucking Grumpy Cat. Who knows where the fuck you can find that?
Nativity Rocks, you can probably find on. You could probably rent it.
Yeah, you can probably
didn't.
rent. Yeah.
You can probably rent it. Saving Christmas, I genuinely don't know. I don't know if that's actually been released here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I don't know. I didn't buy it. It's somewhere. You'll find it.
It's
I'm
on
sure.
the internet.
Yeah, you'll find it.
If you look hard enough, you can find anything. Really.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 movies. Yeah, like, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check us out on Spotify, YouTube,
Yes. YouTube,
Instagram,
TikTok.
Go and support, go and like our TikToks.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
Holy shit.
Follow me on Letterboxd.
Follow me on Letterboxd.
My Letterboxd will be in the description, I think. Probably. I'll make sure it is.
Mine will also be, as will all the links to all our socials. So go and make sure you follow all of that so you get notified about everything We Are Not Reviewers related.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Oh, actually, before we say bye, what's your favourite Christmas song?
My favourite Christmas song ever. Let It Snow.
Fairy Tale in New York.
Really?
Yes.
I can kind of... Okay. I can kind of get that.
It's a good song.
It is a good song.
It's a good song.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Bye.
Bye.